Hi everyone, I'm Paul Chandler, host of the Paul Chandler Show. In tonight's episode, we're going to be discussing the AAPC's versions of the CPC, the Certified Professional Coder exam. So due to COVID-19, this is the only credential that they are offering to have online versions of the exam. So tonight's episode will be comparing the differences between the online format and the in-person format, so that way you can easily decide which one's best for you. So stay tuned and we'll be right back comparing the AAPC's CPC exam format of online versus in-person. Welcome back everyone. So in tonight's episode, we're going to be discussing the differences between the AAPC's Certified Professional Coder, the CPC, regarding their online version of the exam, which debuted this past May 15th, and also the good old traditional in-person exam. So first, dealing with the location. The AAPC has partnered with Examinidity to be able to proctor the exams online. So the location for the online exam, the comfort of your own home or your office, provided though you have no one else in the room, including if you have a dog or a cat or another four-legged family member, cannot be in the room either. But location for the online exams or anywhere you have fast-speed internet, whether it be your home or office location, just as long as you're in a private room. The in-person exams are still conducted on site with the local AAPC chapters. Some of them happen in private offices and conference rooms, or hospital properties or school properties, but those are still done online with the local exam chapters in the locations wherever they'll be able to proctor. And then the exam format. Again, like with being online, it's all on your computer. So good, I'd say pros and cons with that. With it being on your computer, you cannot work out anything. For example, if you're working a question on your computer screen, you really don't want to take a black marker and kind of process, eliminate, and cross out because you just ruined your monitor. But with the format of the in-person, then it's on paper. So you're able to highlight, mark up the exam however you want to. You can work out the questions, you can process, eliminate, because the in-person exam format on paper, it's in a booklet. It has silver seals on the top right and the bottom side. And when then you're all done, you seal it back up with gold seals on the top right and the bottom. So the two different exam formats. With the online exam, you're working off of a screen, not able to print anything out. But then the in-person exam still in the paper booklet that you can go through and you can mark up all that you like during that. And then the time allowed. A little bit different format on the online version. So with the online format, you'll have two different sessions and each session is 2 hours and 45 minutes. Now, for example, once you finish the first session, that's it. So when you're on the second session, you cannot go back and double check any of the work that you did on the first half of the exam. While though, and a lot of times though, those are done on 2 different days, which you may like, say, if do half the exam, take, get a night off, sleep and everything, then finish up part 2 the next day. But then the in-person format, time allowed is still the 5 hours and 40 minutes. Now, no matter if it's the online exam format or the in-person, the clock does not stop if you take a break or, go to the restroom right quick or whatnot. But then too, with the in-person exam, that 5 hours and 40 minutes, you are allowed to go back and double check any of the work that you wanted to from question number 1 all the way through question 150. And then also the proctor to examinee ratio. The online exams with Examinidity, those tend to be a 1-to-2 ratio, as in 1 proctor for 2 examinees. While with a local chapter, all depends on the chapter location. I've been in exams before where there's just 6 people in the room. So it's more, in this case, the 2 proctors, but 2 proctors in the room with 6 examinees, all the way up to, say, about mid-30s before. So it all depends on the location and with social distancing, where they're at and how many they can fit in the room. But when you're going online to schedule your CPC exam, the exam locations will always tell you how many are maxed out for that location and how many seats do remain. So you're always able to see if you'll be in a larger size venue format or smaller, more intimate type setting, so you have less people in the room with you. And also, if you have a cancellation or a rescheduling fee as well. since the AAPC does partner with Examinity and pays Examinity a fee to be able to proctor your exams, there is no fee for canceling or rescheduling, just as long as you have that done within 24 hours or more for the online format. For the in-person format, they are waiving those currently due to COVID-19. And now the no-show fee. If you have a no-show fee on the online format, then you will have to pay $30, and you'll have to pay that fee before you're able to reschedule your exam. While though the online format has that variance as far as the rule, the in-person format still has the standard $100 fee if you essentially no-call, no-show. If you don't show up for the exam itself, $100 fee that has to be paid before you can reschedule it. And then also the availability, the AAPC started their online format only for the CPC exam this past May 15th. With the local chapters, depending on what part of the country that you're in, some local chapters are able to hold in-person exams again in a safe location for everybody where you're able to social distance and be at least 6 feet or more away from your fellow examinees. So it all depends on where in the country you're at and what the availability is for your local chapters to be able to host exams. However, though, on the online format, you again do that the comfortable of your home or work. Now then, as far as the price and exam attempts, this is where it does get quite different. With the online version of the CPC, it is $299 for one attempt. So there is no buy one, get one free retake that the in-person exam has. So for the online format, $299. If you don't pass the exam on the first attempt, you have to pay another $299 to take it again. So that could be $600, well, technically $598 for 2 attempts if you need it. But then the online format has that variance as far as the rules. The in-person still has a standard $399 for the in-person CPC exam, and that does include the free retake, the buy one, get one free deal. So if you need a free retake, awesome, it's included. But then also with the exam fee for the online version versus the in-person, there are no discounts allowed for the online exam. It's the flat $299. However, though, if you do the in-person exam, the $399 fee, if you are an AAPC student, as in their on-demand, PowerPoint-only education on-demand videos, or, for example, if you're a student of Ohana Coding, our education company, we have a contract with AAPC, so that way then our students at Ohana Coding also receives the same discount as an AAPC student would. So instead of $399 for the exam attempt for in-person with a free retake, it's only $325. So again, so that's a major part of the difference you have to think about, and also everything the difference as well. Do you like answering questions on a computer screen, or do you like them take them better in person? Or would you rather, take the computer screen option online, but split it over 2 days, 2 different sessions that are 2 hours and 45 minutes, or just do one session for 5 hours and 40 minutes and get it out of the way? Or do you need paper to be able to go through and cross out and eliminate, to be able to work out your question, or are you able to work it on the computer screen in itself? And so there's all those different variances that you have as far as the CPC exam, whether online or in person. If you have any questions, then feel free to reach out to me at paul@thepaulchandlershow.com. You can also visit us at ohanacoding.com, our education company. Do the contact us there, or send me an email as well at paul@ohanacoding.com. I do thank you for watching this episode of the Paul Chandler Show, where we discuss the differences between the CPC online and the in-person exam format. And have an awesome rest of your day.